So today we're going to be talking about whether investing in rebuilding a classic car is a better investment than buying a new car. And I'm going to tell you which was the best deal. I looked at a classic Corvettes dealership in the suburbs of Chicago for roughly a year, and I looked at about 200 different vehicles. And there are certain vehicles that are well underpriced. There are certain vehicles that are priced a little bit expensive. So I'm going to tell you sort of what I found. And as a former 20-year new car salesman, I'm going to tell you sort of why these are advantages over maybe buying a new vehicle. So a Chevy Bel Air, for example, a Pontiac GTO, those are some vehicles that are going to be in the higher price range, like $40,000 to $60,000. And then rebuilt trucks here, like the CE pickup truck from Chevy with a 350 with a supercharged YN supercharger. So those are going to be on your more high end, or a Ford Custom, with an inline six, a Chevy Impala. And, the 350 small block is going to be one of your most common engines you're going to see. Now, some of your first generation Corvettes, these are going to be well into the 70, even sometimes over $100,000 price range. Now, here's one of the biggest advantages of doing a car like this. When you see like this Ford right here that's got a Ford flathead engine, if you are mechanically inclined, I think this is the biggest key. It's not just in Chicago, it's in all of North America. If you're going to decide to take on one of these rebuilds, if you are doing the labor yourself and you enjoy doing the labor and you can do it, then a used classic car is clearly the best investment, because a lot of this just requires simple mechanical tools. When you buy like a new vehicle, like if you look at a new Corvette, not only are the prices outrageous, but sometimes you can't do the work by yourself. Even if you're technically sound with all the computers, it's going to be very difficult to work. Like this inline six here on that old Mustang, that's going to be very easy for a mechanic to work on. Now this diesel here that's got, this is a $100,000 vehicle, 6.6 liter turbo diesel, is going to be much more difficult to work on than this second generation 1958 Ford Thunderbird, that's just got an FE engine. But when you go up to like a Silverado, for example, that's got the 5.3 V8, the 6.2 liter V8, not only did they have some lifter issues, and that's not really what this video is about, but it's going to be very difficult to work on those vehicles inexpensively. Now, this Pontiac Chieftain was in 1955. It was the first year they did the V8. That was the best deal I found. It was only like $14,000. But the Chevy Silverado, particularly the Trail Boss and the lifted models, these are the highest demand, so they're also going to be the highest price. You're going to easily spend $50,000 to $60,000, and you're also going to have the liability of fixing these types